back to my channel. This is Liz. In today's episode, I will be discussing everything that you need to know about our number one priority to fulfill your dream, her dream, my dream, to be finally with our spouse or our Dutch partner in the Netherlands. So let's do this. But make sure you subscribe to my channel and click that bell in order you will be notified as soon as I upload the second part of this episode, because this will be divided into two parts. So make sure you subscribe and click that bell. Let's begin. So if you want to live in the future with your spouse in the Netherlands permanently, then the first step is for your partner to get you a MVV visa plus a residence permit. So why do we need these two? MVV visa, guys, is just an authorization for a temporary stay in the Netherlands, which is 90 days. In some other nationalities, they are not required to get a visa. But for us, the Filipino citizens, in order for us to get here in the Netherlands, we need a visa, which is the MVV. Plus, if we want to stay more than 90 days here in the Netherlands, then we also need to apply for a residence permit. And that residence permit is valid for 5 years, as long as our partner or spouse is a Dutch national. And in case your partner or your spouse is not a citizen or national of this country, then there will be a different conditions in your residence permit that I can share with you the link in the description box for the details. But normally, whatever the conditions your partner in the Netherlands in his residence permit, that also applies in your residence permit when it comes to validity. So how can you apply for your MVV and your residence permit? You cannot apply by yourself for a residence permit and visa. Only your partner, your spouse, or family member in the Netherlands must submit this application to the IND. To apply for this, it depends on your situation and your spouse or your partner or your family member who you wish to live with in the Netherlands. You and your partner must meet a lot of conditions in order to apply for a residence permit. So what are these conditions? First, you and your partner are married to each other, or you have entered into a registered partnership together. Or you are not married, but you have a long-term or exclusive relationship. Second, you are both 21 years old or older. Third, you and your partner are going to live together. Fourth, you have passed the basic Civic integration exam abroad. That I can share with you my videos about basic Civic exam. That videos are also divided into two parts. You can find the link in the description box, because I also shared in those videos my secret on how I passed my exam in just one take. And fifth, your partner has an independent, sufficient, and sustainable income. So what are these income requirements? First, your partner earns an independent income if he pays the taxes plus the SSS or Social Security system, or if he is a self-employed or a freelancer, then he pays the taxes out from the profit of his company. Second, your partner or your spouse income is sustainable, which means he is been receiving an income for a longer period of time, and he has a permanent contract or a temporary contract that is still valid for 12 months. And third, your partner has a sufficient income, which means his income is high enough to support you. And he must meet the required amount, and the required amount is equals to the statutory minimum wage. As of July 1st, 2019 until 31st of December 2019, the required amount to apply for a residence permit in order for you to stay with your spouse or your partner in the Netherlands is €1,635.60 for SV loan per month without holiday allowance. SV loan means it's the social security salary that can be found in your partner's payslip. And for SV loan per month with holiday allowance, the required amount is €1,766.45. Kindly note, guys, that the required amount changes every 6 months on 1st of January and 1st of July. And another condition in order to apply for a residence permit is that your partner should declare that he or she is your sponsor. The total cost to apply for a residence permit is €171. So what are the steps to apply for a residence permit? First, submit an application either via online or by post, and you also have to make a payment. If you want to send by mail or post, I'll be sharing the PO box or contact details in the link below. In my case, my husband, he applied by post. And then once the IND receives your application, they will send you a letter stating how the fees are to be paid. Second, your partner, he gets a confirmation letter from the IND that they receive your application, and they are going to state on that letter the date that IND received your application and the period of how many days your application will be decided and processed, which is normally 90 days. Any incomplete in the application or documents, they will be sending your partner a letter for rectification, and they will also specify the date of deadline of submission of that incomplete documents. So to avoid this happening to you, make sure that your partner checks everything is filled and signed in the application form, and all the requirements has been attached to that application form to avoid delay. Because this happened to my friend here, her partner forgot to sign the other page of the application form, and he only got notified after 2 months. So I'm sure you don't want this to happen to you. And the third step is the decision making, which is a period of 90 days, whether you and your partner met the immigration requirements. So if the result is negative, of course, your partner will be notified by a letter. And of course, if the result is positive, your partner will also be receiving a letter stating that you will be getting your MVV and residence permit. For the detailed requirements that your partner has to submit along with the application, you can find that in the description box, the link, because the requirements depends on what your status is, whether you are married or not. In my experience, I am married and I got married in the Netherlands. So one of the minimum requirements that my husband has to submit along with the application form are his passport and my passport, including our travel stamps. If you have traveled previously, that also helps. Okay? And 3 months payslip, his work contract, the result of my basic Civic exam that I passed, marriage contract. If you're not married here in the Netherlands, then you still need to legalize that marriage contract. Let's say if you're in Philippines is already a member of Apostille Convention, then you need an apostille stamp for that. To know how to get an apostille, that you can find in the description box the link of my video about apostille. And the employment certificate of my husband as a proof that he really works there, with the signature from the HR. And the last step is you will now collect your MVV. That I will be discussing in the second part of this episode. I will be discussing into details on how and what do you need to do once your application has been approved. So please make sure you subscribe to this channel and don't forget to click the bell so that you get notified as soon as I upload the next video. So thank you so much, guys, and hope that you find this video very helpful and useful. Until next time!